Kathy and Kenny here to say pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies, oh so bright. Join us for a blast tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. It's for everyone. I brought some for everyone. Pop culture kids podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone.
Time for your weekly dose of pop culture with Kathy and Kenny, the Pop Culture Kids.
Welcome. Wabba, wabba, wabba. Waka, waka. Happy Sunday night to you. Super
I noticed how you said
Bad Bunny Bull Sunday night to you. We're coming to you a little earlier tonight. I kind of like it earlier because that way I can go to bed at a decent hour on a Sunday night and get fresh for the week. But in any case, we are here for your weekly dose of pop culture coming to you from the North and the South. Me from North Carolina, Kenny from South Jersey. How are you, my brother?
I am doing just great. I like the way you said that. Welcome slower. As a not to be, but I'm still gonna go waka 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 when you say welcome. So I am doing great.
My Fozzie Bear impersonation.
I just we're late because technical difficulties. Technically, I was running late. That's why we late.
Technical
No, but I was.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I was doing. I was with George. I was with George, and there's nothing but trouble. You can come back on the screen. I was with George, and what had happened was I had never had ramen. I had never had ramen before in my life. Not the kind you get in the store where you add the water and put in the microwave. And I said I don't like the smell of it. And George is like, "Oh, Dad, you never had that's not real ramen. That's not real ramen. That's store bought. You need real ramen.
Okay.
I'm gonna introduce you to real ramen. And since you don't like anime like I like it, we're both nerds, but you just don't like. I'm gonna introduce you to real ramen, and we're gonna watch anime."
So you had an afternoon of anime and real ramen.
And ramen, yes.
He made it from scratch?
No, he got it from a store.
Okay, all right.
He got it from a restaurant, and it was good. I am so full right now. I haven't had anything to eat but a granola bar and this morning, and I had that this afternoon. I am so full right now.
Oh, nice.
You eat ramen with you can eat it with the chopsticks. It has oh my God. It didn't have a stinky smell that the store bought microwave ramen does. Get real ramen. Real ramen.
So that's your pop culture tip of the day. Get real ramen.
Yes.
Get real ramen. Well, hello and welcome. So glad to have you guys with us. We are early this week. Usually we air at 8 o'clock. But Kenny, I got to be honest, I kind of like the idea of bumping it up a little bit. And we know it is Super Bowl Sunday and people will be watching. I personally, I know you are not NFL at all. And when I am NFL, it's only for the Eagles. And since they're out of it, I'm out of it. I don't have any dogs in this fight. Although I think I'm probably going to go Seahawks. Although down here, I think people are rooting for the Patriots because the quarterback is from Charlotte. But you know what? Go Seahawks.
Yeah,
Anyway, so but the big story is the Super Bowl, and like a lot of people, I don't speak a lick of Spanish, but I do want to support. So I probably will be watching the halftime show with
yes, that's why I'm
Bad
watching. I'm
Bunny.
going to watch for the halftime show.
hmm All right. But before we get into pop culture news, let's just say hi to some of the folks hanging out with us. And of course, cousin Lisa, how are you doing this Super Bowl Sunday? Hope all is well with you. I am really looking forward to the next time we do a big cousins thing because that was just a blast. And yeah, I
You ate
wanna
all
keep
the
it.
food. Y'all ate all the food. You ate all the damn food.
Cousins came and tore it up, and so it should be. So there. Uh let's see. This isn't a big stream. No,
No,
we're
it's
not.
not a big thing. Look. We do this for the fun of it and to do pop culture stuff, and for me and Kathy, as brother and sister who live in separate states, to hang out. But we know it's not a big stream, but we're gonna have fun anyway. That's the whole point of it. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
I don't, we're not like those streamers who sit there and like, I don't know if you're coming from TikTok or Instagram, but we're not those big streamers who get up there and tell you to like hit like so we can get more money out of it. We're not those people. We're here to talk about pop culture.
And again, as kids who grew up latchkey kids on just TV, movies, and the beginning of cable, I mean, it's just something we always talk about. We've always joked about. I remember when you were in South Jersey and I was in New York City, we would actually leave each other voicemail messages back when you had a tape machine. And I know some
Yeah,
of y'all don't know what I'm talking about.
yeah.
Well,
Back
we
when you
would
had a
say
tape
things
machine,
like,
leave a
it
message. That's what we used to do.
I want my $2.
I want my dude. Yeah, I was watching. I saw a post where someone said something about Stranger Things because Stranger Things takes place in the '80s. Usually, that's
Mhm.
probably Gen X kids or whatever.
Right.
And
Although I'm
somebody
baby
said,
boomer. I'm a
baby, well, you're kind of baby boomer cusp of Gen X. And someone said something like the unbelievable thing about Stranger Things is that these kids was running around all day with no parents and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, that was true.
Yes, that's what you
That's how
did.
we lived all day.
You went
That's what makes
outside.
Stranger Things like, yeah.
And if you had a bike, oh shoot.
Oh
Forget
man,
about it. You were out on your
you had a
bike
bike? Forget about man. Come on.
and you were just exploring the neighborhood like nobody's business.
It must have
And
been a millennial or something like a Gen
you
Z
didn't
or
have
somebody who's
you
like,
didn't have to text anybody to tell them, hey, I'm at so and so's house. But no, you got on your bike, you
oh,
went, you and your friends.
all damn day.
Exactly. You know what? You probably had to come in and take a shower to, clean the stink off you because again, you were
Yeah,
out all
you smelled like,
day.
cause you smelled like outside. You smelled like outside, man.
You had to clean the stink off of you. Oh
But
my
but
goodness.
back then your parents said, get outside and get out. Like, go
Yeah.
outside somewhere. Like, leave me alone.
Get
Unless
out.
you want to clean this house.
Okay, yeah, that was your choice. Because on Saturdays, you got to get all those chores done before you could even go outside. Clean the bathroom, get whatever it was, wash the clothes, whatever you had to do them chores, get them done.
After you watch your Saturday morning cartoons.
That's true. With your big bowl of cereal. Anyway.
Yeah, these kids don't
So-
know nothing about that either.
So again, our podcast that we started during the pandemic and have just kept it rolling has been for just not for the smell of it, just for the fun of it or hell of it. Anyway, but we do it. And one of the things we do at the start of our show is pop culture news. Are we ready for some pop culture news?
We are ready for some pop culture news. Let's do some pop culture news.
It's time for pop culture news with the pop culture kids, Kathy and Kenny.
All right, we are here.
We're
And
going to start off with a death.
and you were the one who said, "Oh, we shouldn't keep this in the pop culture news." But
I know.
thank you.
And here I am. I'm just all kind of Grim Reaper on you every show. But Chuck Negron Negron rather, from Three Dog Night. He was the vocalist behind Joy to the World. Jeremiah was a bullfrog. That guy passed away at the age of 83.
Okay.
And next we have on the news.
You know what?
Not a lot of
Okay.
news. Not a lot of news.
Not a lot of news, and my news is all jacked up because I don't know what is going on with my I put all these news stories in and I had them all edited, and then now
Now you're having problems.
now I'm having problems. I'm having
Okay.
problems.
Well, we're
I
gonna keep the.
apologize.
That's okay. We're gonna keep the news running. Sherry Shepherd
Ah,
daytime talk show is canceled at the Four Seasons.
wow. Now I
And
never
then
watched her
she,
show, but
I never watched it either. But she got canceled. They taped the last show, and the next day, she gets COVID.
uh that's just like, insult on the injury.
And Sherry can't catch a break.
No.
Also, on talk shows ending, Kelly Clarkson is stepping down from her talk show after 7 seasons.
Okay.
She's like, the time is right for me to step down. And you
I
know
was gonna
what?
say,
She's
is
had
that
a
by
lot
her
going on in her
choice,
life.
or is that,
That's choice.
okay. All
She's
right.
had a lot going on with her ex-husband passing away and everything else, and she's had a lot going on. So I
Oh,
can see where she's probably like, you know what? I need to let me reset. Let me take a break because I don't think there's any conscience of her coming up either.
okay. And again,
I kind of
well,
like Kelly Clarkson.
this was I do I like Kelly Clarkson. I can't say I really watched her show, and I got to give props because I do love the idea of the afternoon talk show. And again, as folks raised on people like Merv Griffin, Mike Douglas, and Dinah Shore, I could appreciate the afternoon talk show
Yeah,
bunches, and I really enjoyed it when Rosie O'Donnell she kind of I think brought it back. I know we
yeah,
had like Phil Donahue and Oprah Winfrey, but they were a different genre. I'm talking about the variety kind with the celebrities and musical performances and that kind of stuff. So, but
yeah. I
Lisa
mean,
San, okay, go ahead.
no, Queen Latifah did. I think wasn't Queen Latifah around the same time?
Queen Latifah was after Rosie O'Donnell, I think.
Really? Okay.
Okay, I mean I'm pretty sure, but I could be wrong. I think her series was afterwards. I mean, you can look it up.
Okay. No. If you say so.
I don't know why I got your name in your middle of your face.
I
Like
don't know why either. You're trying
like
to hide.
your
It's
eyelids
okay.
moving. Ecamm is not doing
Keep
me
it
right
right there.
today.
Yeah. Keep it right there. I'm good.
Well,
I'm
you
good
know
with
what?
it.
That's because I'm working in the beta, but again,
Okay.
I'm working in the beta because we are streaming vertical. Unfortunately, the IG stream has went a little wonky, but that's okay. We're here on YouTube, so we're living life. But Lisa's saying,
Okay.
honoring the life of Lamonte Macklemore. He passed on the 3rd at 90 years old. He was a member of Fifth Dimension. Yes, Lisa, I did see that post about
I
one of your.
just bought a Fifth Dimension vinyl.
Oh wow, nice.
The old one that we had when we were kids. I found it
Okay,
in the store and I bought it was like $5.
cool, cool.
Yeah.
All right, if you want to tackle it, if you think you can handle it, do you want to tell everybody what we're talking about tonight?
Yes. Tonight we are talking about time travel movies. Now, we only have an hour. There's a lot of time travel movies. Before Kathy throws me under the bus and says, "Look, Kenny made the list." Yeah, I did. But we only have an hour. Can't mention them all. There's some I had to take off. There's some I wanted to do and I couldn't do. We can only have an hour. But we're going to
So
go through time
before
travel
you
movies.
go,
And these are movies that have to deal with time travel.
so now was that the only criteria? Because I know some of these movies fall in the category of thriller, action adventure, even romantic comedy. But was there any kind of criteria? Did the
It
story have
just
to
ha-
have
it
a
just
time travel element,
no,
or
it just has to be about time travel, where time travel is significant in this storyline.
okay?
Okay, so that's pretty much the only. Now we have some honorable mentions
Okay.
that we're gonna get deep into. But we do have some honorable mentions. One of those honorable mentions is the movie About Time, which I never
N-
heard of that movie.
Okay, now About Time, and I don't know the English actor's name, but Rachel, is it not Rachel Weisz? Oh, Rachel McAdams is in it. I thought this was such a cute movie where basically, I guess the men in the family, because his father kind of tells him he could do it too, have the ability to like not to time travel, but usually it's to a specific time or a specific moment. But I don't think they've had the ability to like alter like events, but they can travel. Well, no, he did. He is able to alter some events, but he has been able to kind of like travel back in time, and he winds up meeting this woman who he winds up traveling back in time so that they can have their cute meet. That well, they have a cute meet, but he doesn't actually. He loses her, so he travels back in time so that they can have their cute meet together. And just it's a small film. It didn't do big box office, and nobody would remember it. But it was such a lovely and well done film. I think it was directed by the same guy who did Love Actually. Now, did you see that one?
I
You
don't
didn't
think I
see
did.
Love Actually?
I don't think I did.
Oh, man.
I don't think
Now,
I did.
again, this is what happens when you're spending too much time watching Die Hard as a Christmas movie, that an actual Christmas movie like
Oh
Love
boy.
Actually, you
Oh boy.
miss. And it was worth the watch. Okay,
Okay.
that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. Please. Yes.
So, and other honorable mentions. Oh, and you know
We
what?
have
Somebody
Time
said
Band.
there was
Oh,
a Star Trek movie we didn't have on the list. Start the third one, The Search for Spock.
yeah, yeah. You know why? Because
Uh,
after the second one, nobody wanted to watch the rest of those. So anyway,
well,
we have
no,
Time
but
Bandit.
you're wrong because actually in Star Trek lore, it is always the odd number movies that are the best. I mean, just go back and watch. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, but Wrath
It,
of Khan was so good, you didn't want to ruin it.
well, all right. So
Wrath of
you
Khan
say
was great.
I say it's the odd ones, but go ahead.
Okay. All right. Well,
Live life on your
Uh,
terms.
okay. Well, next we have Time Bandits as an honorable mention. After Time Bandits, we have Meet the
Have you
Robinsons,
even
which is
seen that one?
I've never seen Time Bandits,
Okay,
but it came
I
up
didn't
on a
either.
lot of lists. So yeah. Meet the
So
Robinsons, which I had in the main list, but Kathy never seen that. So we put that in the
what was Meet the Robinsons about?
it was
Like
a
what?
cartoon and it had the classic line where it goes, my arms are too short and boss, I don't think this plan was thought over too well.
I don't even
With
remember.
the dinosaur tells him the plan wasn't because he tells the dinosaur to get him, and the guy was in the corner. The dinosaur was like this, he couldn't get him. And the cartoon was basically this kid was an orphan, and he grew up in an orphanage, and he grew up to be this great professor because he was a scientific nerd. But his son came back in time to
Okay.
get him. His son came, it was the whole thing was, and his son brought him to the future where he kind of met himself and everything, and all of it. It was Meet the Robinsons was a good movie.
Okay. I
It had talking
and I
frogs.
wonder, was that when George was little or the girls were little?
It could be either one. It could, I think it was.
Okay, go ahead. What else in our honorable mentions list?
Somewhere in Time with Christopher Reeves.
Oh yes,
This is the one
and
where he sits in the
Seymour.
bed and he takes out everything in the room from the present and he gets this old hotel. He sits in the bed, he meditates, and all of a sudden he's back in time. And he's back in time to go to the love of his life in time. This woman that he didn't know, but he saw a picture of her and she was a famous actress. And he went back in time. And then they were lovers, they were having a great time, and he was back in time humping this old lady and well,
Well,
you
when you
know,
say it
one of
like
the movie.
that, but I
I
don't know.
know.
I remember when that movie came out, and it was just
Then he saw
I
a
don't know.
penny.
It's just amazingly romantic and
He had a
somewhere in
coin in his
time, Jane
pocket that was
Seymour and Christopher Reeves.
yes. He had a coin in his pocket. He saw the coin. The coin was a modern coin, and it messed him up, and he disappeared, and he came back to the future. where he died in that bed. Yeah.
See, you painted such a bleak picture of it.
It
Um,
wasn't really
so,
good.
you probably did the same thing to The Notebook, and I know that's not really a time travel, but it does go back in the past. But you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah,
just
well, yeah.
pooing on all the good.
The Notebook. Yeah, they died at the end together.
You didn't
She
like
don't
the
remember who he is, and they die. Yeah, it's. So anyway, we have our main list, and the first movie on our main list I've never seen, but Kathy's seen it, so I'm gonna let Kathy take this away on this one. 12 Monkeys, starring Bruce Willis, because we had to have a Die Hard star in here somewhere on this list.
Bruce
He's in a couple of
Willis
these actually.
and Brad Pitt, and I believe he won like I don't think he won an Oscar, but I believe he got a Golden Globe for the performance because basically, that's an old Hollywood trope. If you actually want to win an award, play like play crazy or play handicap, and it sounds crap to say, but that's kind of how it works. Play crazy or play handicap. But I really enjoyed this movie. And again, like I said, I had a bit of a history, and I remember actually seeing it on a blind date. And when the end of the movie came, and the guy turns to me and says, "I don't get it." I kind of had to look at him and be like, "Oh, you know what? Nice to meet you. Bye bye."
Wow. You could have went and had coffee after the movie and explained it like I don't understand.
Anyway, I probably could have. And
You didn't know. You just didn't like him from the door because you weren't even trying. They weren't even trying.
maybe, but you know what? Because maybe it's because the first time we were going to meet, he didn't show. So I was just like, okay, well, you know what? Forget you. Turns out he wound up getting pulled over by the cops and arrested for, driving while black in Long Island. So again, I had to rethink things and give him another chance, and we tried it again. But then when we went to that movie, it was just like, and here's the thing, especially with time travel movies, it is, I guess, as a creative and as a storyteller, it's such a great trope that you get to make all these references and callbacks and tie them all in together and kind of bring this story full circle. And in 12 Monkeys, they do that so well. Like you're getting all this foreshadowing. And when it all gets wrapped up in a nice little bow, um, oh, there's another one that should have been on the list for the honorable mentions, and that's Peggy Sue Got Married, because that's another one where you got a lot of
Yeah.
forecasting and foreshadowing. And the fun in the time travel movies is when they wrap everything up in a nice little bow, and especially if it has a little twist. And if you get the twist before you get to the end, that's like a little reward and bonus on top. And I think 12 Monkeys is a movie like that. Now, the other thing with these movies, especially some of the sci-fi more thrillers, which I guess I would put 12 Monkeys in that category, is it's not, oh, let's just get some popcorn and let's just veg out and put our mind, on the back burner, which I think like our number two movies are kind of like that. But you got to do a little thinking, and that's the
You had
fun
to
of
think.
it,
In
I
the number
think.
2 movie, you had to do some thinking. You had to do some thinking. So next we have
Come on.
another movie, and this one is the one I saw with George. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. This is the 80s Ninja Turtles, the old Ninja Turtles, the number 3 one. And this one, the Turtles go back in time to feudal Japan and fight in feudal Japan. And there's a guy, and their friend Casey Jones is not with them, but there's a guy in the past, the English guy in the past, that looks like Casey Jones. But the Turtles went in the past, and it was, you know what? It was a good kid romp of Ninja Turtles that dealt with time travel. That was really good. I liked it. I wanted Kathy wanted to put it on an honorable mention, but I'm really recommending that if you have a kid that likes the Ninja Turtles, watch this movie.
All right. Hey, it's Ninja Turtle watch time. I hear you. I hear you.
Now, some of these movies we do, some of these movies, especially on this list, there's a couple of them that are hysterically funny, and one of those is this next movie, which is Austin Powers: The Spy Who Shagged Me. That dealt with time travel because he was in the future, he was in the present day, and somebody went in the past while he was frozen in the past and stole his mojo.
Oh,
And this is the one where you got introduced the big fat bastard. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my
was it
baby back, baby
was
back.
Mini Me in this one, or was
Yeah,
Mini?
yeah, because Mini Me walked out and Big Fat Bastard goes, "Oh, how much you want for the baby?" Because he wanted to eat. I'll eat the little baby. Come here,
Get in my belly.
in my belly. Let me tell you something. I remember seeing that with my friends in the movies. And I don't know what happened in the scene because I was too busy laughing. I was hysterically laughing at that part of the movie. That was so like, get in my belly. And then it went, I want my baby back, baby back, baby back. I want my baby back, baby back, baby.
I don't. I think too with the Spy Who Shagged Me, there were all these just like offhanded like remarks and comments that
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
again, Mike Meyer in the heyday, and
Yes,
it was funny.
yes, yes. And when and then
It was quite
he's
inappropriate, and and again, in this day and age where everything is such a sensitive subject, and you know
yeah.
humor can be misconstrued and everything. A lot of it probably wouldn't fly, but
Well, it was also the comedy. It was like Doctor the evil guy, Doctor Evil. He
Mhm.
was in the past and he came to the future to wreak havoc on the future, and he asked for $1 million, and they was like, That's it, just $1 million.
That's all.
Like you,
Yeah,
because
1
he
million.
thought because in the '60s that was a lot, and now in the 2000s, $1 million. They're like, you got, and all you
And
want is, and his son is sitting like, you idiot. I like that part too, because his son was like, "You idiot, you putz." So that was that one.
that was
Kathy,
the
while
Spy
while
Who
we have a
Shagged
minute,
Me.
the spy who shagged me. Yes,
Mhm.
while we have a minute, you want to tell them how they can support us and follow us and all that kind of nice stuff.
Well, you know what? Right now, you are supporting us in such a big way. We want to thank you so much for tuning in. I know we're early, but we still have some of our pop culture kids in the house, and we appreciate you so much. Trying to get it done before the Super Bowl. One way you can support us is hitting that thumbs up button if you're joining us on YouTube, whether you're scrolling by on the shorts feed or finding us on our regular channel. It's Pop Culture Kids. You can visit us at www.kathyandkenny.com. And even your comments support us. So if there's a time travel movie that is your favorite, please make sure you let us know in the comments. And it's nothing but love. We appreciate you being here. Thank you. You are awesome. Yes. So again, thanks for hanging out with us on this pre-Super Bowl show here with Pop Culture Kids. Did I do it right? Yeah, I
You
did.
did it right. You did it right. You did it
I
right.
did
You
it
did
all
it right.
right.
So next we
Right.
have a time travel movie. It's not really so much a time travel movie, but it's an extra dimensional movie where you kind of go back in time.
I
But Pleasantville.
and you know what? And I saw this on a couple lists as well. And I think I mean, it has that element, but even more so, I love this movie so much
It's a great
because,
movie.
like good sci-fi in a way, it makes commentary on situations in society, and they did it in such an excellent and unique
Yeah.
way to talk about race without even having a black person in the room or in the movie, but to do it in that black and white style versus people becoming aware and enlightened, and then they would be in color. And again, they made it about um, even being aware of sex and and sensuality, but even still, the stigma of the the division between the folks in black and white and the folks in color, and it just also too having fun with again what we remember of like the 50s, or what we're told about the 50s or can remember from old TV shows to what we experience today. And I just thought it was beautifully done, beautifully done. Shout out appearances by the late Paul Walker, but a very good job by Toby Maguire and Reese
Yes.
Witherspoon. That movie is, it's just, it's a favorite of mine. I don't have a top 10 list. Ooh, if it's not on the top 10, it's definitely in the top 20.
Of
I
your
don't
favorite
know.
movies?
Did you, huh? Did you like that
Of
movie
your
as well, or no? Or
I love the scene, like, when they're driving through in
oh,
the park and it starts lighting up and yeah, last I love the scene where
Etta
he's
James playing?
explaining yeah, and I love the scene when he's explaining things, um, from the books in the cafe and,
Oh, as he talks about, like,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
Huck
and
Finn and
Take 5 by, Brubeck is playing in the background. It's a great scene, great scene.
you
There's a lot of and it
you know what you illustrate there too, that a great soundtrack can, like, throw a movie over the edge, and the fact that so many of those scenes can be identified by those musical cues, whether it was Take 5 or the scene with Etta James. I can still see the scene in Coming to America where you hear Jackie Wilson singing To Be Loved. It's just like when the filmmakers find those moments to put the right music in to a film, it it works. It leaves a lasting
yes,
impression. I think music
yes.
paints pictures anyway, and when those two images merge, um, that is definitely something. And you know what, Lisa?
I'm
I don't know whether
surprised,
I've seen this movie. Have you seen this movie,
but
Brother
from
from Another Planet?
no, I haven't seen that. But I'm surprised Pleasantville didn't win a cinematography award or a photography award or, I'm
It doesn't
surprised.
have any cinematography
No, I was just
kudos.
looking at that. No, no,
Oh, you
that
were
it
looking
doesn't.
it up.
It doesn't. No, there's some nominations, but no awards
No,
for it.
no awards. That's a
Yeah,
shame because I just thought it was
yeah,
very nicely done.
yes,
I wonder what won that year. Like, what was so visually
yeah.
spectacular? Was that the year they had Brazil? Because I know that got a lot of accolades.
I don't
But
know. I don't know. I'm not sure. Next we have the Time Machine. Now you can't have a time travel list without having the Time Machine on it. Time
I wasn't
Machine,
sure which one you were referring to.
the one at the bottom, I believe that
Okay,
was the newest one.
that's the newest one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that one was pretty good. He winds up in the future. He meets these different people, and it goes through time, and you watch. It's the way you watch time progress in front of his eyes as he's in his time machine going through time. And the things about it is at one point he went to the future, and in the future there was a library that had AI in it, and the AI came up and talked to him. It was the actor. Oh my God, what is his name? Oh my God, I love him as an actor too. He's great. Um, I gotta look that up. But anyway, eh, the AI, he asked the AI a question and AI answered him and this, that, and the other. And then he went in the future again, like hundreds and hundreds of years in the future, where the whole world was just like torn apart and people were back to living like not like savages, but and he came across the same library with the same AI buried under everything, and then AI remembered him from hundreds and hundreds of years ago,
Mm.
and that was really cool too. And that
Uh,
was
You know, when you say AI, it reminds me of a couple movies that didn't make our list. And oh god, I was just saying, the actual movie AI, it doesn't take place in the future, but or movies like that and Bicentennial Man, and but they more or less
yeah.
take place in the future, not really as time travel. But I also think of a movie like Idiocracy. Did you ever see that one?
I don't think I've seen Idiocracy.
You know what? Here's the thing. There's a couple movies that were comedies. I remember the first time I saw Airplane, we came into the movie late, and I think we saw it with a bunch of our cousins or whatever. And I didn't really get the jokes. And then we sat, because back then you could actually sit through the movie because you would get 2 movies and see the beginning again. And then I got it and it was hysterical. But Idiocracy, I saw it on cable one night, and at first, and I knew it was a comedy because it's Maya Rudolph and Luke Wilson, and they're obviously playing it for laughs. But after I watched it, I was disturbed. I was disturbed because basically the premise at the beginning of the movie is that as society was progressing, like folks who were educated, who went to school or whatever and spent time working and having careers were so busy that not too many of them were having kids. Folks who weren't educated and maybe didn't finish school or whatever, that's all they were doing was having kids. So the theory was
Ooh.
it was like, you know, the dumb folks were just mass multiplying and having not just 1 or 2 kids, like like the married, you know, educated couple who were working or whatever, they might have 1 kid, but the others were having like 5 or 6 kids. And then that's how the population was increasing. And basically, the population was getting dumber and dumber. So the things that we were doing to protect ourselves, protect the planet, folks stopped doing. So, forget about landfills. Basically, they were living in landfills because trash was stacked up everywhere. Everything was commercialized and capitalized and money making. The president of the United States was like a pro wrestler who was having matches on the lawn of the White House. Um, basically,
Wow, that sounds like that's something that can come. Okay.
Exactly. Technology was taken over. And I think I saw that movie around the same time I saw V for Vendetta. So I was just in this bleak place about, I don't know,
It sounds like it.
10,
Sounds like it.
15 years ago watching these 2 movies. But Idiocracy should be on our honorable mention list as one of those time travel it is a comedy. I will say it's supposed to be a comedy, but man, some of it's just too scary to be true.
Next, we have a movie I have never seen that you've seen, Looper.
Yes, Looper. Now, and again, this is why I love time travel movies. Like 12 Monkeys, like some of the other ones we're going to talk about, is when they kind of fold in on themselves. I know there was another, and I don't know whether that's considered time travel when they keep repeating themselves. To me, that's a slightly different genre, like Groundhog Day is the movie Edge of Tomorrow. But for Looper, just again, like 12 Monkeys, well, it also stars Bruce Willis. So there you go. 2 diehard references in one show. It is Pop Culture Kids after all. And this movie, I just thought it was good because I just thought it was sci-fi, it was action, it was time travel. And again, the way the stories wind up at the end is where the fun comes in. So if you haven't seen Looper, I would definitely recommend. High recommend.
I tried to see Looper, but you had to pay to see it.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I don't know where it's streaming, and
Yeah, it's not. It's streaming a lot of places. You just gotta, even if you have the subscription, you have to pay to see it.
oh wow, okay.
Another movie that I have never seen,
hmm
which I know people are going to be like, "What?"
Now in this
Bill and
movie,
Ted's Excellent Adventure.
you know what, Kenny? I want to
It
tell
kind of
you.
seems like something I would see too, wouldn't it? Doesn't it?
I want to tell you. I actually watched this movie with it was either last Wednesday or the Wednesday before, because a good friend of our show, the uh, VHS podcast, which is it? Yeah, the VHS Club podcast, which Katie and Nat, and we have been actually guests on their show when they do reviews of movies from the 80s and 90s, which you've seen, or just about everybody's seen. Well, except for Valerie, but again, we joke that Valerie hasn't seen movies, but in any case, uh, they did a watch party, and there is a streaming service where you can kind of all log on and watch the same movie. So I recently kind of tuned in for the watch party of Bill and Ted's excellent adventure. And it was one of those movies when it was on cable, I would see it in bits and pieces, but I actually got to watch the bulk of it where the two like Valley dudes kind of from that late 80s, early 90s, Valley period in California are like only concerned with like babes and guitar riffs but they have to get a history paper done, so they wind up traveling back and forth through time to get historically accurate dudes to help them on their quest. And I don't it's silly. I think it's silly fun, so it is worth a
Yeah,
watch.
I
And
like silly fun. I might try to watch that.
yeah,
I might still try to watch that.
yeah,
I might try to.
I think it's worth the watch. Yeah.
So next we
And
have a
it's
very
and if anything, Keanu, yes, more please. You
okay,
know,
okay.
not to say anything for, Mr. Winter. He's
Everybody,
nice.
everybody, everybody goes crazy over Keanu Reeves and everything. I believe he is probably a nice guy, but once again, is a celebrity that if he was walking the street and he wasn't a celebrity, women wouldn't look twice.
I think they would. I'm
Nah,
sorry. He's pretty. They would look.
nah. Anyway, him and Idris or whatever, same thing.
Idris Elba. Yes, is
Idris,
would look.
Idris, Idra, whoever. He's a funny looking dude if he was poor. Come on.
Anyway, jealousy was a
So
good
next movie we
do you
have.
see how jealousy works? I mean, turn to the White
Come on.
House. Do you want to live in
Come
that
on.
world? Anyway, I'm saying
Next we have
I might even have a Moscato tonight. My gosh.
yeah, look at that.
This
Next we
got to
have
explain to me because I
I
don't know
keep
how
saying
this
the
is truly time
Avengers
travel.
Endgame. This is
Yeah.
this is epic time travel. Cuz in this movie they mention other time travel movies because okay, here's what happens. They need to go back in the past and get all the stones for the Infinity Gauntlet. So they sit around individually, and from all the movies that built up to this, they figure out where all the stones are. So in figuring out where all the stones are, um, they have a way to get to the past. Between Ant-Man and Tony Stark, they figure out a way to time travel with the Pym particles. So they travel with the Pym particles, and as they're trying to figure out a way to travel, they're having a conversation, and one guy, I think it was Rhodey, the War Machine goes, "You're not seriously using Back to the Future as your reference." No, Tony Stark said that to Ant-Man when he came up with the idea. He's like, "You're seriously not using Back to the Future for your scientific reference to do the, you know." And
Right.
so they reference Back to the Future again as they're going through it. So what they have to do is they have to time travel the different spots in past history to get the Infinity Stones to make their own Infinity Gauntlet to reverse what Thanos did.
That is
So
true.
they went
You are
back in
right. And
time.
that was one of the kind of enjoyable moments too, was actually seeing like because I was wondering, were those the scenes from the actual movie? But some of them were at different angles, it appeared.
Yeah.
Like when the hawk and the like, yeah, it was just like so that to me was the fun and interesting kind of take on that time travel. Okay, I will give you that. I will give you
And
that.
this is one of this is up there. The end of this movie is up there with one of the best ever superhero battles you will ever see. There's only like 3 or 4 that can hit that superhero battle. This movie is one of them. The last Guardians of the Galaxy is another one, and Spider-Man 2, not the one with Tom Holland, the one with Tobey Maguire where he fought Doctor Octopus. That was epic also.
And well,
So
I like the Spider-Man where they brought all the modern day Spider-Mans together. And I know it got slammed by critics and stuff. And you know what? And I know the Flash took like a beating, but I actually enjoyed that element of time travel, of him kind of well, I don't know if that's considered time travel or alternate universe travel with him kind of shifting dimensions to, go back to um before his parents had died or
that
whatever. But
yeah, that Flash
also
movie was the worst
also
movie ever.
the time travel element of getting to see everyone from everyone who ever played, like Superman and Batman and like all that CGI, and even the people who were supposed to play Superman but never did, like Nick Cage. I don't know. I thought having Easter eggs like that was kind of fun.
Now to comic book fans and the comic book movie fans,
Hmm.
that is one of the worst comic book movies ever.
Oh, I know.
That's up there with Shaq playing Steel.
Hmm.
That's the worst.
I know. Comic book travesty. I get it, but I'm just
Horrible.
saying for the non-comic book fan of superhero comic book movies, it was a nice it was a nice
You
treat for
brought
us.
back in that movie. You brought back the worst Batman ever, George Clooney as Batman. You brought him back as Batman at the end.
Okay.
That's the worst
You know what?
Batman ever.
Before we get to the penultimate film, which is the one before number one, let me just hit up the comments. And again, like Lisa said, Brother from Another Planet, which I haven't seen. And I think I've heard about this movie. I don't know whether I've seen it or not. And again, because the comments that agree with me, I always have to make sure we get them up on the screen. That Keanu is a very handsome man. So stop hating. And so hush your comments, especially about Keanu or Idris Elba. We're not listening. We don't hear you. But thanks for talking. Thanks for playing. Your prize is at the door.
Wow. Damn. Also, the actor that played in Time Machine that I was trying to mention was Orlando Jones.
Oh, Orlando Jones.
Love
Orlando Jones. Yeah. Um,
Drumline.
Drumline. That's right. I was trying to think.
Drumline.
Orlando Jones. Where did I know him from? And well, I'm seeing him in.
played-
Do you ever? Did you ever see the movie Office Space?
Yes.
Okay, he's in.
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Love Office Space. Love Office Space.
I'm going to show her my face.
Oh.
And here's my jump to conclusions map. Anyway, there's so much quotable from that movie. So
I know that's that's a show right there. The most quotable movie.
you know what? Okay.
The most quotable movie. But I think next week we haven't done a music show in a while, so next week we should do a music show.
Okay.
I don't know what we're gonna do, but we should do a music show.
All right.
Number 2, Hot Tub Time Machine. Love me. I know they did another one. The second one wasn't as great, but Hot Tub Time Machine is a great time travel movie. They get in the hot tub.
It's thin on premise, but
It's thin on premise.
and you know what?
And
This
it
is
has
one of those
something to do-
movies. I don't think I've seen it multiple times. I did see it once. I thought it was funny, but it didn't mark my let's watch it again and again list. But go ahead, talk about
When
it.
I've seen it on, I've watched it again. It's a great movie. Soda, a certain soda, spills in the hot tub electricity and travels them all back in time. That's pretty much it.
That's it. It's not cracking any
Yeah,
major
yeah.
codes for.
Yeah. Well, they go back to the same resort that three of the older ones went to when they were kids, and they get back together, they have different life changes, and basically all their lives suck. And they go back, the guys get together, and one of the guys brings his nephew
Mhm.
with them, and they don't know who the father is of the nephew. And they
So it's like 3 minutes.
go back in time. Yeah, with the nephew. The nephew's an adult now, and they go back in time, and they see all these things that happen that they remember happening. But when they go back in time, they're in their young bodies. But you see their older bodies, but when they look in the mirror, they see their younger bodies.
Right.
So, and they reliving the whole thing of going back in time and Hot Tub Time Machine. Come to find out that one of them is actually the young guy's dad.
Ah.
And while he's
Which again is always the fun twist that you'll have with
Yeah.
when you travel back in time, that there's some
while
the kid is really him as an adult. Ah.
while he's doing the kid's mom, which is the other guy's sister because they're all in the resort together,
Mhm.
and he gets mad to see him on top of his mom, and he charges him, and they stop doing it, and the kid disappears because he realizes I'm his dad. So the brother has to leave the room with the other friend so they can finish doing what they're doing so the boy can be born. And then when they finish doing what they're doing, the boy pops back up again. It, and they go through the whole movie waiting for the one character to lose his arm, which is Crispin Glover. And
Oh, which is
it's a
great.
weird character that only Crispin Glover can play. And he's a
And
weird guy, and he's always
and
trying
he
to
has
help
to
people
lose his
out.
arm because of our number
Yeah,
one movie.
yeah, and things keep happening where you think he's going to lose his arm, and when he doesn't, they all go, "Oh man, I thought that was it." So it was great. It was a great movie. Hot Tub Time Machine.
Hot
Our
Tub Time,
number one,
of
our
course.
number one, of course, is going to be Back to the Future. Going to go back in time. I'm going to put all three movies on the list,
You
but
know what
number
about the
one.
singing.
Okay, well, I can sing, baby. I was told the other week that I should sing more when I perform. Wow, that's cold. That's cold. So
Okay.
anyway,
Go back in time. Back to the Future. Now, I took a snapshot from the trilogy, although I'm not a fan of the entire trilogy. I love the first one. I think it's perfect standalone movie. The second one is tolerable. The third one, to me, just seems like a stretch and a money grab. But
yeah, I love the third one. I like the third one better than I like the second one.
okay,
I didn't like the second one as much.
the
I
third one
love the
was
third
the
one.
Western, right?
Mhm.
The third one was the Western.
The third one was the Western, and
Hmm.
that one was good. The second one to me was too convoluted.
Hmm.
The first one was awesome and great.
It was time travel movie perfection.
Yeah, the first one was great, and the puns, the jokes, the things going on, and he kept saying heavy. And it's like, is there a problem with gravity in the future? Like it's
It's
her
just a
thinking
play
that
on
his
the
name is
slang. What?
her thinking that his name is Calvin Klein because that was on his underwear.
Right.
Because
So,
back then they didn't have the.
and I think too, and maybe this movie naturally would make it on a podcast called Pop Culture Kids, where we talk pop culture. That one of the fun things about Back to the Future were all the pop culture references, whether it was calling him Calvin Klein because that's what was printed inside his underwear, getting to see what a service station visit looked like at the gas station in the 1950s as opposed to what we experience today. Granted, in Jersey, you don't have to pump your own gas, so Lord
No,
knows I
no,
love
no.
coming home, even if it's just to get gas. I mean, seeing my family is nice too, but
Wow,
the fact that
wow,
the
wow.
fact that I don't
That's
get my
cold.
hands dirty when I get gas is it's just a
That's
lovely
cold.
thing. God bless you, New Jersey and Oregon
Also,
too, for that matter.
the one thing I would say about Back to the Future 2 is
Mhm,
that when he goes into the future and they go back to the 80s and you see, like they had and some of the things that were present at the time in the movie were
mhm.
considered past. So they had like Max Headroom
Uh,
and one in the 80s cafe and Ronald Reagan in the 80s cafe and things like that. So it was stuff he was
oh
used
man,
to.
big hair and leg
And
warmers,
yeah,
baby.
yeah, big hair and leg warmers, big hair and leg warmers. I
Hey,
didn't have
it was
either
the
one in the 80s.
it was the 80s. You didn't have
I didn't
your
have either one.
a red and black Michael Jackson Thriller jacket,
Yep.
all the
Yeah,
looks.
I didn't have none of that. I didn't know. I was still cool though. I was still cool
Yeah.
with none of that.
Mm, mm, mm.
Don't. I wish you have a no dancing, you know. Yeah.
I know dancing. Feeling. Walk like an Egyptian. I don't know. I'm just hey, it's Sunday night, and I know folks are going to be cutting out because kickoff is soon. There's Pledge of
What time is
Allegiance,
kickoff?
Black National Anthem, six
What
o'clock.
time is
6 o'clock.
six-
So we're
kickoff?
all
Oh,
ready to
kickoff's
go.
now. Kickoff's now.
Yeah, kickoff is now. So next,
So
but that is our list. So cool of you guys to stop by, hang out with us in our pre Super Bowl Sunday show. And Kenny, I gotta say, I do like this time slot only because I know my life and having to work and get to school in the morning. So let's talk about
well,
it.
we can make a
Maybe
new time like
six.
6.
I don't
6 would be
know.
good. 6 is
I like
good. 6 is
6.
good. Yeah,
Anyway,
6 is good. 6 is good.
6
And also too, I
Hey,
think since
before
we're
we
talking,
go, do you have a pop culture pick of the week? Something that you're watching, listening to, or enjoying that you want to share um, with the audience?
I just got introduced to some awesome anime. I don't know how old it is, but it's called the Sword of the Stranger, which is the anime movie, which was by Bones, I think,
Mm-hmm.
and it was awesome. And my son also introduced me to Afro Samurai, which is an old cartoon, which is anime, which they did in Japan, but Americans did the voices like Sam Jackson. So they kind of mixed it up, and it was a black guy just killing people, and it was great. It was great. So that is my 2 picks of the week, like
Anime.
anime. Oh, and I did watch the Muppet movie, the Muppet Hour thing, the Muppet Show.
Oh, the new Muppet Show.
It's
Right?
worth a watch. It
And it
was
was worth
great.
the watch.
It was
Excellent,
worth the
excellent.
watch.
Well, I'm
It was
glad
great.
you had 3, so you had one for me too, because I didn't have a specific pick this week. But next week we're going to be coming at you with a show on music. I'm not quite sure.
Well, I
Please-
think after tonight we
Mhm.
should talk about the musical acts of the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, okay. We could do a wrap on the
We,
musical
we,
acts
we could do a wrap
because
on
you
the
know
musical
what?
acts of the Super Bowl.
And they're making such a big deal, but there was a time where it was like, I mean, it wasn't even high school marching band
Yeah,
quality acts.
yeah.
In other
Oh
words,
yeah, there was a
it was
time, and
craptastic.
we're
Back
gonna
when I
talk
guess the
about
point was football.
what actually changed halftime shows to be what
Uh,
they are now.
oh,
So
okay,
we're gonna
all
do
right.
that. But we're gonna
Although I'm
enjoy the
sorry,
game
nothing
tonight.
tops Prince singing "Purple Rain" in the
In
rain.
the
I
rain,
mean,
yes, we're gonna talk about that too. We're gonna
have
talk about
mercy
all the
me.
things. We're gonna talk about who performed in Super Bowls,
hmm
and it's gonna be we're gonna do a Super Bowl halftime show after the Super Bowl.
Okay, all right, we can
Okay,
do that.
so we can talk about
Music.
music in that one.
All right, 60 years of music of the Super Bowl. I am actually older than the
It's not,
Super Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even actually 60 years of music because
No, because
the Super Bowl
they haven't
halftime.
been,
Yeah,
yeah, they haven't been doing music for 60 years, but there have been over 60 years of Super Bowl. And next week we'll talk about all the music. So until then, we thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe on your way out the door. We appreciate you so much for hanging out with us. And as always, we wish you love, peace, and pop culture.
God
Catch you
bless your
next week.
soul and keep living. Peace.
This should be it.
Kathy and Kenny here to say, pop culture fun in every way. Music, TV, movies,
Thank you for
so
geeking
bright.
out with Kathy and Kenny on Kathy and
Join
Kenny
us for
Explain
a
Pop
blast
Culture.
tonight. Sister and brother rocking the flow, sharing all the things you need to know. Kathy and Kenny always in the mix. Pop culture fun fix to fix. Pop culture kids, podcast crew. Tune in and let the topics move. Kathy and Kenny make it fun. Pop culture talk for everyone. Simple